Hey, what's happening everybody? This is Royce from Pedal and Metal. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be detailing up a 1971 Nissan Skyline. And this is a car that I've held on to since new. I bought this in the store. And we're going to open one of the, I have actually two of these. So this one's the worst pack one. We're going to open it up and take a look at it. This is something I've been saving and wanted to take one out of the pack and detail it up and do a wheel swap and whatnot. And so if you'd like to follow along, stay tuned. First we'll go ahead and examine it in its stock state. This is from 2011. And it did already kind of was messing with the pack here, and it sort of fell right open. So we'll go ahead here and take it out and take a look at it. From what I can see, it's a pearl white, which I didn't really notice that before, and it's actually really well done. And this is a pretty popular model. If you look on eBay, the prices of some of these are crazy. They go for crazy amounts. We'll go ahead here and spin it around. This one is based off of a real race car. I'm not sure why they have another white meatball on the roof. And the white stripe wouldn't have been there on the real car, but they took some liberties, obviously. The designer, which his name's here on the roof. But what we're going to do here is go off of reference photos of the actual race car, and I'm going to kind of get rid of these wheels. I don't really care for these wheels at all that are on it. This one is a plastic base. Very, very nice though for $1 car when this came out. I do regret not buying the Boulevard Series one, the silver. I actually saw that at Target the one time, and it was one of those things. I don't know why I didn't pick it up, because that's another one that's most likely pretty valuable now. They were limited edition real riders. So what we're going to do here is we'll get this stuff out of the way here and we'll get started. And what I tend to be using, I'm going to use testers that's green. I need some black, silver for the oil cooler in the front, and I'm going to be using monoblock wheels. They are the new 4-spoke from them. So this is everything that we need is right here. The monoblock wheels do come with axles there, right here. I don't know if you can see them. I think I just pushed them off camera. Right here they are. It's just two little pieces of wire. Need those and some super glue to put them together then. But we'll have to drill this sucker out. So if you've never done that before, basically you're just drilling the heads off the rivets and then it'll come right apart. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, once you get that drilled out, you can go ahead and pull it apart. Set all the pieces aside. Now's a good time to detail the interior if you like to do that. Which is just the roll cage flips up out of the way, so now it would be a good time to get in there. Maybe I'll do the seat belts then. I'm not really sure yet what I want to do yet with that. Mix up a color here that comes close to it, hopefully. Because I want to shoot, and I want to do the front spoiler as well. The actual race car doesn't have that spoiler, at least not from what I saw on the photos online, but some of them did have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that in green as well. And this is just me eyeballing it to get it very close to the same color, which that's pretty darn close right there, but I need a little bit more. This brush is a little on the large side. I'm not going to be able to use that for the wheel centers, but I can use that right now while it's wet. I'm going to hit this front spoiler piece, get that done. This might be one of my favorite Japanese cars of all time. The 71. It will self-level for the most part. It should even itself out, which is why I like using, I know a lot of you guys ask me why I like using enamels, but the main reason is I like the way it levels out then. It's good. I just want to cover this trunk lid here so I don't get paint all over it, just to be safe. The rear tampos, by the way, are actually not too bad on this. They were a little shifted, so I took a real sharp X-Acto blade and kind of nibbled away on the one side to get rid of some of the red that was shifted over too far. I might have to do one more coat, an additional coat on this. But for now, I think that's going to look pretty decent. This is a time when paint pens do not work, because you're gonna eventually, if you want to do something custom, a custom color, good luck finding that in a paint pen. Because I've had many of you guys write me early on when I started putting my work out there, and people would rip on me all the time why I don't use paint pens. This is a reason right here. It's not going to work. You're not going to get the results you're after. Plus a brush is just so much more, you have a lot more control than if you're trying to jam a paint pen up here in the front. It's not going to work. probably could have used, you know, maybe use gloss black for this perhaps, but I wanted the dark green. Like I said, it looks like I'm probably going to have to go back and do another coat then. But that upper part of the top lip of these headlight covers, would be very, very hard to get a paint pen in there. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, the back actually self-leveled a good bit that I don't think I'm going to need to hit that again. Same with the side of the headlight covers here. I'll unload my brush a little bit. You would never be able to get some of this here with a paint pen. You'd end up getting it all over the place. The other thing, people complain about enamels taking a long time to dry, which that's actually not true. Not from my experience. It's drying pretty quick here, but it does give you enough time to work, and like I'm trying to work around the edges there to get them fully covered where it's sticking out. Like right here, you can see I don't have it all painted on the sides. And if you use acrylic, sometimes acrylic is fine, but it gets a little blotchy, and then it dries very quickly. There, that looks good. That was a little bit of a butt clencher though to get it painted around the edges there. Now what I want to do is the centers of these wheels. That was my main start of this whole process, was I wanted to do these tiny little spokes green. Which I can see already this is probably not going to work, but I'm going to try my best. Well, maybe it'll be alright. The paint already did a capillary action here on the side and wanted to pull in on the lip of that inner barrel. So now that inner barrel, I'm probably going to have to keep that green theme going just so it all matches. That should look pretty cool, I think, when it's done. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is do the roll cage in the dark green. The real car, I believe, was black. I was going to do it in a aluminum color, but I think I'm going to do it in a dark green. Probably no one will ever notice it, but I think it'll look pretty trick. How well this, it might be alright to make a wash. I'm gonna try it here, just using some rubbing alcohol to get in there. Okay, we'll let that dry. And I'm going to use my liquid chrome marker for the door handles. And try not to touch anything else. Alright, I'm back. So what we're going to do here is stick it back together. I put the wheels and tire set on. Basically all you have to do there is just snip the axles to length, whatever that might be, and then I just pop them back in underneath the plastic tabs and should be good to go. Oh, actually, you know what, before we do put it together, I do want to do the exhaust underneath, so let's do that quick. Okay, I think that'll suffice. Off camera, I did do some gauges and lift this up. I did go over the gauges and redid the seat a little bit better. But I like the dark green roll cage a lot. I don't think it's really going to be noticeable once you put it together. Probably no one would know anyway, unless they watched the video of the amount of work it kind of went into that. But that's okay. So now we'll stick it together and we'll get to see what all your hard work as it comes together. Oops, I forgot. That's wet and I just put my hand almost right in it. Touched it slightly. The other thing, like I said, it's just tough getting these together sometimes if you still have... There, that one has a good snap to it, but I did already drill and tap underneath there. I just got to find my little tiny bolts. I don't know what I did with them. The paint is starting to dry a little bit darker green than I'd hope, but it's pretty darn close to matching the Tampo in person, more so than it appears on video. I think just doing the headlight covers and the oil cooler and whatnot really made this look like something, you know, made it special. It made it look like a more valuable car than what it actually is. So hopefully you guys like that. You guys have to let me know what you think. Doesn't take much to soup one of these up, that's for sure. It's a beautiful car. Beautiful casting right out of the pack. Pretty happy with this one. This might be my top 5 maybe favorite ones I've ever done. And it doesn't take much to take this right out of the pack. It's a main line, and just adding the monoblock wheels by itself would really bring this up to a whole nother level, I think. And it really did souped it up, I guess you want to say. I'm just not at a loss for words. Now this one, you know, had a little bit more work involved to it. And I still might add a windshield banner yet to it, but I'm really pleased with this one. So I will probably put some photos of it up on Instagram. I haven't posted anything on there lately, but you guys have to let me know. The next one I also have laying out here, it's in the queue basically to be done, is the 73 Skyline. That one I might bang out next, and probably won't release it for a while unless you guys want me to. But if you like this type of video, please subscribe. And I also do newer diecast reviews as well as the detailing cars, and sometimes I also have vintage toy reviews thrown in. So thanks a lot for checking it out, I know it was probably a long one, so I'm gonna have to edit it way down. I have several hours wrapped up in it, believe it or not. So, and until next time, we'll see you guys later. All right, bye now.